Less than 300 years. That is all the United States has. On path for the crisis. Not propaganda, not condemnation, just history, balance on the scale. The civil rights movement won in the 1960s. So why did it take 100 years after the 13th Amendment? December 1865, the 13th Amendment was ratified, slavery abolished. In writing, 78 words. But the ink was barely dry before the first loophole appeared, except as punishment for crime. 3 words, hidden in plain sight. When a law has a loophole, someone will always find the door. The question is never whether, only when. By 1880, Southern states had passed the black codes. An arrested man for loitering for walking the wrong road could be leased to a plantation to work off his sentence. The name had changed. The labor had not. A law that cannot be enforced is not a law. It is a promise written in disappearing ink. For 12 years after the war, federal soldiers stayed in the South. Black men voted. Black men held office. In Mississippi, 2 black senators served in Congress. A man named John Roy Lynch, born enslaved in 1847, was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 1872. He was 25 years old. His mother had been someone's property. When a government decides to protect its citizens, things change. When it decides to look away, things change too, only faster. April 1877. The Compromise of 1877. Federal troops withdrew from the South. No ceremony, no announcement. They simply left. And John Roy Lynch lost his seat 2 years later. Protection is not permanent. It lasts only as long as someone decides to provide it. And that decision, it turned out, was political. The names change. The fear does not. By 1900, Jim Crow laws covered every southern state. Separate schools, separate water fountains, separate entrances, separate graves. A man who had worked the same land for 30 years could not get a bank loan to buy it. He could not vote to change the law that prevented it. He could not sue the court that upheld it. If a generation grows up with no legal path forward, no vote, no court, no loan, what tools remain? December 1st, 1955. Montgomery, Alabama. A woman named Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat. She was arrested. She had been arrested before. This time, 40,000 people stopped riding the buses. If a generation grows up with no legal path forward, no vote, no court, no loan, what tools remain? December 1st, 1955. Montgomery, Alabama. A woman named Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat. She was arrested. She had been arrested before. This time, 40,000 people stopped riding the buses. For 381 days, they walked in heat, in rain. Some lost their job for it. None of them stopped. When every legal door is locked, people find a door that is not a door. They always do. The question is only how long they wait. July 2nd, 1964. The Civil Rights Act was signed. It outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. 99 years after the 13th Amendment. In August 1963, 250,000 people stood in Washington. They were not asking for something new. They were asking for what had already been written. Twice, in 1865 and again in 1868. The arc of history is long. That is not comfort. That is the weight that every ordinary person who could not wait had to carry. One paper for a million people. And 100 years of asking the same question. Does the law mean what it says? Subscribe. The scale continues balancing.